Laura Rideout, the Penfield woman convicted in the 2016 murder of her husband, will remain in prison. This after a judge denied her appeal for a new trial today. Rideout and her son Colin were charged with killing Craig Rideout. It was a gruesome story that captured the nation's attention. Allie Peters joins us now in the studio. Allie, what happened today in court?
Adam, Laura Rideout's attorney was in court arguing that his defendant should get a new trial. He said the jury was not unanimous on their decision on who exactly killed Craig Rideout, and he believes if someone is going to be sentenced to life in prison, they should be. Years after the death of Craig Rideout shocked the nation, the woman convicted of his murder, his estranged wife, wants a new trial. Laura Rideout's attorney saying the jurors weren't unanimous on who exactly committed the murder, something a 2020 Supreme Court ruling outlawed in state criminal trials.
Before somebody is required to spend the rest of their life in jail, the jurors should all agree on what happened, what the person did wrong, who did what.
Craig Rideout's body was found in July of 2016 in a wooded area in Penn Yan. His body wrapped in a tarp with bungee cords and his face disfigured from acid. Laura Rideout and her son Colin both charged with murder, but in this case, prosecutors didn't have to prove who did what.
The prosecutor wasn't required to, so they didn't actually attempt to prove who did what in this case. And actually proving what criminal act the person has committed is sort of the central job of the prosecutor in our system of justice.
Unanimous means that a jury agrees on all the elements of a crime, and here they agreed that Ms. Rideout either acted as a principal or an accomplice to kill her estranged husband. And therefore, based on the fact that all of those elements were found, Ms. Rideout was guilty of murder in the second degree.
So this means some jurors may have had different thoughts on who actually murdered Craig Rideout, but all agree Laura played a role. Now, Laura's sons Alex and Colin Rideout were both convicted of tampering with evidence. Colin was charged with second-degree murder as well. The only one out of prison is Alex, who was granted parole in March. Live in the studio, Allie Peters, News 8.
All right, Allie, thank you. That was a bizarre story, and if you want to go back to remind yourself of the details, we have that over at rochesterfirst.com.